Well, good day, YouTube. We are in the basement. No, we're not in the basement. We're in the basement. We're not Lysac. No, we're not Lysac. Vlog time. I have a bunch of different projects on the go right now. One of them was, I got gloves on. One of them was doing this guy, and we're not done him yet, but putting together some work lights was one of the things. So the gloves were to put the bulbs in. I have to put bulbs in another one. Why haven't I not taken these gloves off yet for the other one? Well, I brought another pair down, but I also will show you something I have to take care of after I'm done this light. All I have to do is take one more screw, put it on to seal the cage on, and we're done. So we're not going to show you that, but I do need to find where I put my screwdriver. There's my little flashlight for one of the other projects I was doing. I got a story about that too. So we'll get back to you as soon as we're done this, and we're moving on to the next project. Alrighty, bye. So doing these little tasks and you're being blind. So when you drop something like this, this piece is the very last thing I have to put onto that first work light I was talking about. Just a little screw to hold the cage on, hold the safety cage on. I was looking for this screw for 25 minutes. It took me longer to find this screw than to do everything combined. Fuck this screw. Bye. So, I'm over here on the other side of the basement. I got my gloves on. You might wonder why I'm here. That right there's... This here is water from my basement flooding. But the other things you see in there is cat shit. That's right, my cat has been coming into the basement and shitting. And yeah, so I gotta get rid of that. This here is the puke bucket from when we had norovirus. Norovirus has like a 1 month lifespan, and the only thing that apparently kills it is, well, bleach. So we just threw this down here until it was dealt with. So I can't really do anything about the water other than bring the fan over here when I'm done, but I will be pouring bleach on it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But the gloves are on to pick up the cat shit, then I'm going to be pouring bleach down there. Then I'll be getting it with the deck brush, and if the cat shit's down here again, I'm going to let him get run over by a car. Basically the way it's going. No, not really. I've had the fucking cat for the entire time me and my wife have been together, so I'm stuck with the fucking cat. But it's not his litter's dirty. His litter's beautifully fine, and if the door for this side of the basement is closed, he goes into his litter. If the door for this side of the basement is open, he shits right here. So, yeah. Gonna deal with this now. Bye. So the bleach is down, making quite the hissing sound as if I'm making chlorine gas, so I'm walking out of here for now. We'll come back with the deck brush in a while. Move on to the next project, shall we? Next project is actually about an entire big mess. Yeah. So that shelf right there that's empty is the game shelf. The games are down here. You can see water on the floor there. So that was a problem with my kitchen sink. The faucet was leaking, and my wife didn't tell me. Why wouldn't you know? You should do the dishes too. Well, I am in charge of things like this, and in charge of laundry, and a big list of other things. So the dishes are one of the few things she actually has to do, and she didn't tell me until one day I came down here and this whole thing was a pile of water, and I'm like, she's like, oh, I thought the wall was leaking. And that pillow was garbage. It was dripped on. A lot of this is garbage actually. I gotta go through it now. That was my screw container right there. All my screws were in it, and one of my screw buckets actually filled up with water, but not the others. It was the weirdest thing ever. So I don't know what went on there, but it was running right down the wall. It was in the windowsill. It was all on top of there. So down here is laundry and games that could be saved, and all the laundry will have to be done again, but it's laundry and games that could be saved. And right here is games that are soaking wet that I'm going to have to go through still. So let's go do the next step on this game here, on this little job. Okay, so with the sink problem, one of the things I learned by taking the spray nozzle off is the spray nozzle is the entire problem. Now, whether or not it is down at the connection that's the problem, or whether or not it's the aerator being filled with sludge, or the actual spray holes being filled with sludge, I don't know. But we do have very hard water, as I bring up a lot of times when I do reviews. And you can see it's not the cleanest, and it's been soaking in vinegar now for a couple hours. And you can see some of the foreign particles in there. So right now what we're going to do is take the aerator off and go from there. We'll let it soak for some more time before we play with it some more. Now, if you don't know how to take your aerator off, you have two flat pieces on the aerator that you can hopefully get a wrench on, but I don't currently have one with me, so I'm trying this with vice grips. I'm going to just roll back here for a second. Trying to do it on camera just was not working very well for me. My vise is not nearly big enough either. That should, I don't know, now we're too big. That's what she said. And it is now the right size. It's just getting it clipped on and taking the aerator off. Sorry, I had to put it closer to my face. The blindness and all, you know. So, actually, that looks pretty clean, to be honest with you. I think it might be the actual bottom that is the problem here. That is pretty clean. I expected to, you know, turn it around and see a lot of sludge, but oh, there we go, the back is off. Yeah, there was only a little, one or two pieces in there. There's some along there too, so we'll just we'll put it in here, all taken apart. Lift out this guy and look at it again. I'll go get my wire brush soon. Actually, I should have a toothbrush down here somewhere that I used for fine cleaning, and I'll give it all a shake down at some point soon. But I mean, I'm looking down here and it doesn't look like there is any damage anywhere. We just pushed that way further up than it ever should have been. But that's okay too. Okay, so we'll let this crappy thing soak a little longer. If in the end I can't get it to work, I'll put it back on, I'll try it again. If more water's still coming out, I'll wrap it with some plumbing tape, try it again, and if it still doesn't work, we'll go out and we'll buy a whole new handle tomorrow, because this is where the problem is occurring. And my house is so old that changing all the supply lines and all that, luckily I didn't have to do, but if I had to, I was going to be screwed, because my my water shutoffs are seized. I got to fix that. I'll go up with some penetrating oil and try and unseize them at some point. But yeah, my water shutoffs are seized. Everything up there is fucked. So we'll let this keep going, and let's go on to another job. Bye-bye. To our next project, and it's building this guy. So another work light, double topped work light with the stand. I might have people, oh, what do you need work lights for? Well, here's the thing, these were dual purchases. I do a lot of work, and I need work lights for them. And you can buy the little $9 treble lights and just put a light bulb in it, or you can buy for $29 a 1,000-watt halogen light that can also dual up as a video light when you're doing video production, because I'm an entrepreneur and I know how to work an entrepreneur power hour video specialist stuff. No, I'm fucking around right now, okay? Basically, but yeah, you'll see another one of my projects soon, and this will have to do with that too. So let's go on to this. It says over here tool-free bulb changing, and I can tell you from building the small tabletop one that it's not fully tool-free changing, because they make that screw impossible to turn without a screwdriver. So yeah. Okay, all the pieces are here beside me. Not that I expected any different, but here's the legs. They're all one piece at least, so I don't have to worry about that. I'll just have to attach the top to it and go from there. There's the rest of the pieces. It'll take me probably about 10 minutes to do this at the most, so let's go do this. So, here we are, putting together the work lights. You can see there's the whole basement's a mess right now. I don't even care. With everything that's going on, it's a mess. So here they are, no tool changes, right? So the whole idea is you'd take this off and it would let you just open this like this. Now you can notice that when I take this off and I try to just open this like this, nothing happens, right? I could take this all the way off and try and open it like that, nothing happens. However, I take the screwdriver. Remember, no tool bulb changing. Oh look, I needed a tool to do this bulb change. Look, it's coming off! And it's still the same thing. It's I'm just gonna pull the wing nut here so that I can get the wing nut off at the same time. But I still can't actually pull it open. I still have to unscrew it. So there's where we're at. Bye guys. It's together. Here's the dilemma I have now. Now, I bought this on Amazon. I'm legally blind, as most of you know. I don't drive, so I do a lot of my shopping online. I bought this on Amazon because it was $8 cheaper than buying it at Walmart. And that $8 is basically the price it would have cost me to bus to Walmart and back, or to go one way in taxi. So it saved me money. However, because it was shipped to me and not bought at the store, one of the bulbs is broken. So now I gotta go to Walmart anyway to get a new halogen bulb. So in the end, I'll go with my wife, so it'll be a reason for me to go. But that halogen bulb will probably cost about as much as the savings I did. And I know, oh, you could shop on Walmart's website, you know. Yeah, you could, but I made a lot of mistakes in my younger days, so I don't have any credit cards anymore. I don't want any credit cards anymore. And my bank is not accepted via their online through Walmart. So, yeah, that's where I'm at now. So I did not put the handle on as tight as normally, because this will have to come off and this will all slide down. Then we'll put the new bulb in, slide it all back up, and work from there. But she's done, and she's done. So that's my work lights. Next project. Bye-bye. So this one isn't important, but now we're on to checking the games that got damaged. Water damaged, and seeing if they're viable or not. So first we have Urban Myth, and I'm sure some of these haven't even been played, to be honest. This one's taped, but it's taped with electrical tape. I do believe we played this at one point. I think it's been taped since we moved, like 8 years ago. Okay, so the board looks fine. And the questions are fine. So this one, the outer box is damaged a little bit. But the game itself is viable. So, over there it goes. Next, it might be a redneck if Jeff Foxworthy game. Oh, I think it's done. Oh, I think it might be done. Let's see. Okay, game board's still good. The instructions are a little wet. The playing cards, they so far look pretty good. There's a couple playing cards that aren't in the greatest condition, but I think overall, this game is salvageable. So those two. How's this? Yeah, you know what? I think it's salvageable. And this one will just be left open like this for a little bit. But other than that, I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay with this one too. I used to play a lot of games. We used to have game nights all the time, if you wonder why we have so many. And okay, so we'll leave this guy open. Put it like that. Push it over there. Put the game board over there. Now, Seen It I'm worried about. Seen It is, I think Seen It might be done. The good thing about Seen It, though, is, it doesn't really have much paper since it's a DVD game. Actually, I think Seen It might have survived, too. Water in any of those. A little damp in there. But yeah, it looks like Seen It may have survived as well. Seen It was the one that worried me the most, so like this box is sopping. So we'll just put that there. And take Seen It, put it here. Categories. Oh, this was one my wife loved. Nope. Looks like she survived. She's soaking wet too, but looks like she survived. So when they're soaking wet, I'm just going to leave them open to dry. Star Wars Trivial Pursuit. This is another one that is pretty fucking wet. It looks like something you would find in a like 90-year-old's 90-year-old's fucking garage sale. Cards are in pretty good condition. Board is in pretty good condition. I'm going with, we might actually be all safe. It's looking good so far. Let's just put this back on top. The board is still soaking wet, so again, we'll just put it on the floor. We'll get the industrial fan out later, and we'll just have it spraying over this way. Twister, there isn't really anything Twister-wise that can be damaged other than the spinner. It looks good too. Put that over there. And last but not least, Smash Up. This one worries me actually because this one's all cards, and yeah, it's wet in here. But it looks like it's just the top layer of stuff. All my different factions are pretty good. Okay, I'm excited, guys. Some of the instruction books are damaged. The boxes are obviously not in the peak of perfection. But all in all, my game survived. So it'll be going and taking care of the game shelf after I test that spray nozzle again. will be the next step after all this is done. So yeah, the games are there. I'll dry them out overnight. Let's move on to our next project, shall we? Bye-bye. So the next project's in this bag. Something I did get, because I'm an entrepreneur. No, I got it for some video stuff. So here we go. Green screen, white screen, black screen, video lights, and the stand for the screen. So, we're going to build that now. Yes, we are. Okay, so the lights are built. You do get two. You get two of each umbrella. So you have the diffusion umbrellas and you have the black reflection umbrellas. Tinfoil inside. Yeah, the little spiral lights. The lights themselves are just basically just plastic treble lights. Just A-frame, A19, basically little lights fixtures. But they do have the setting, well, the holes for the umbrellas to sit in. They're fully functionable, changeable, and they sit on top of the stands. Cords, little small, I'd say probably 2 or 3 feet at most, but that can be dealt with some other stuff. So yeah, two of each one. You have your 3 screens, which I'm going to set up next. You have your 2 clamps for the sides of the screen, and you have your backdrop itself. There's the wet games drying out. Really, I just needed the green screen, which I could have bought for $22, but then I had to flatten it out, put it on a wall, blah 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 blah. This was $172 after tax. The lights are always usable for anything I'm doing. The 3 screens are good. My wife always wants to take pictures with the kids, so we can use the white or black screen for that type of thing. The stand doesn't really matter. All in all, I probably could have built the system cheaper myself, but the carrying bag, everything else in there, and just the ease of it, it worked. So let's do the stand next. Bye. So, floor's dirty. I just moved all my beer. I haven't swept yet. I know I shouldn't have showed this until I swept, but you know what? We're real people. Things are dirty. I have cats and dogs and all my review beers and stuff, and my workout equipment is now over there for now until I find somewhere else for it. Hey, there's an ectopic camera. Can I put a camera in your butthole? It's medical grade. No, I don't really want to. So this is set up for now over here. I do have one extension left to go out. I'm going to lift it, put a backdrop on it, see how it looks. I am actually contemplating how this works out, bringing this to the festival and letting people take pictures behind it, especially if I can get like something like this that says the Albino Rhino Beer Festival or something. Get a vinyl sign put on there. That would look cool. That would look cool. Then we gotta get back to this guy. He's soaking pretty good. Look at all the shit coming out of him. Alrighty. Bye, guys. There we go. It's up. You can see I have 2 more extension poles to make it go wider if I want to. I don't need to right now. I know that you don't really want you don't want wrinkles in your backdrops, but I have a steam gun, so when I go to use them, I'll just steam gun it up while it's still hanging. I just wanted to get them up. They do hang, so I wanted to hang them. What else do I have to say? When I bought these, I thought maybe they'd be vinyl. They're muslin. I should have figured they'd be muslin for the price I paid for them. The stands, all 4 of them, both the backdrop stands and the light stands, are all aluminum. All in all, was it worth the price? It'll be worth the price for what I do. Now, if you're a video production specialist or something like that, you probably should have went with something more professional. But for what I'm going to be using these for, and for the plans I have for them, they're going to be perfectly fine. My wife wants me to do some pictures for the kids. That'll be with this one. I have some project photos to do. That'll be this one. And I have some special ideas, which will be for this one. So yeah, there we go. It's set up. I should go get the lights, and I'll go do that now. And there we go. Carrying bag, extra poles, the backdrop stand, oh, extra umbrellas, and the reflection umbrella, the diffuser umbrella, and yeah, we're good. Now back to this guy. We gotta put this guy together. I don't have my tripod, so what we're gonna probably have to do is turn this off and then turn it back on. Lizak's waiting for me to play some Battlefield 1, but I have all these projects to do. Oh, look at all the chunks that came out of it. Okay guys, bye. Well, now we're getting late into the evening, guys. It's like 4 a.m. and I'm still doing little chores around the house. So I really like these Plano boxes. Really good boxes. Great lid, stackable, very sturdy. You could only get this size at Walmart recently. This is all baby blankets. They were all in here. This is the size I used for my beer festival. Right now I have about 10 of them for all the things for the festival. So I needed... and I have one of these in use for the festival that I don't want because I can't stack it as well, because these don't stack on top of this. So I bought another one of these. I'm going to empty 2 of these into this one in the festival one, and then I'm going to have 2 of these, then I'm going to fill up with festival stuff. That's what we're going to do right now. Bye. Hey guys, while I was getting ready, I found an Ontario Wrestler book. Some other books too. What was I wrestling at this time? I was in this. That's the only reason I have it. I just don't know what weight class I was in or which tournament they're advertising for me. Oh wait, Eastern Ontario Championship. Winter Games qualification. I believe this is it. I believe my name is spelt wrong too, which made me pissed off. Howard Lung. I must be on here somewhere if Howard Lung is on here. What would I have been? Glenn Pierce, Arn Pryor, that's my buddy Glenn. Josh Rawlings, Woodruff, Cadet, Open. Oh, was I Cadet at the time? No, if... There I am. They just spelt my name wrong. McKee. And then we have this guy. And that was in the East. I think I was 84 kilos in this one. Where would Woodruff be? St. Mark's, Lester B. Pearson. This is back when I was wrestling in Ottawa. Woodruff, Chad McGee, 84 kilos. This is the draws. Then we'd come back here. Sean McKay right there was the only wrestler in the Ottawa area that could ever beat me. At the time, at least. Devin Nicholson is a guy that ended up trying to get into the WWF, well, WWE, but he ended up getting Hep C from Abdullah the Butcher, and his contract was gone. He was Hannibal, I believe it was. I actually have some matches, I think, against Devin up on YouTube. Prediction in the top 4, and actually this prediction was wrong. I came in first. Sean came in second, but then the next tournament I couldn't wrestle at all because the guy from another school picked me up and dropped me onto the floor, and yeah, that ended my season. I destroyed my knee. Anyway, yeah, back to organizing boxes. Okay, so here's how it looks. This does not seem to be the problem. It's probably okay though that we just cleaned it all night. Probably fine for it. But yeah, she does not seem to be the problem. What seems to be the problem is the braid itself. And that's weird because I don't see anywhere where it's actually broken, but that seems to be where we're getting the water from. So we'll go to the store later and buy one and change that out. Bye-bye. So here's my suggestion to anybody that buys a house. Get under everything and look at everything before you buy it, because if I had known that I had to try and get back in there to try and get this stupid thing off, if it ever needed to be replaced, I probably wouldn't have bought this house. So here's our hot water, cold water. Here's our hot water. Here's what I have to get off. And there's almost no room at all. You can see there is some mold and rot down here from it leaking before the wife told me. And yeah, I'm not happy. I've been trying to get under here properly for a while now, and it's almost impossible. I don't even want to try and get the next one on. If these were not seized, if they were not seized, I would have just bought a new fucking new tap and just did a new tap for $30. Just a crappy, shitty tap instead of this shit. Instead, I'm fighting with this. Fuck. Is the chop saw, which made me pull out the work vac. My daughter asked if she could help me vacuum, so I put her to work. So 3 days later, and we completely changed our idea, and yeah, we put on a new faucet. Underneath, still a lot of different work done down here, splitters and such. Dave from Cayman Kettle, owner of Cayman Kettle, came by to help me. Thank you very much, Dave. Basically what he did was he proved to me that it wasn't just me that was having a problem, because he couldn't get that washer in either. So my 3-day job, I should have just given up right away. But I'm stubborn. Anyway, guys, bye.